Hello, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Brooke and I absolutely love to cook. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love to entertain and my friends and family get to benefit from that. I get my inspiration for dishes from all sorts of things, from what's fresh in my garden to what I've picked up at the market or just what I may have in my refrigerator or pantry for that day. But today my inspiration comes from the Real Women of Philadelphia and Paula Deen. Today I'm going to be making a cheese and shrimp crostini with a creamy mushroom sauce. Let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to do is preheat the oven to 375 degrees. Then you're going to take a baguette, saute bread, and you're going to slice that into 12 1-inch slices. You should probably slice them at an angle. It does make it a little bit nicer looking appearance. And just go ahead and slice them on the cookie sheet. You want to drizzle with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And you should do that on both sides. We're also going to put a little salt and pepper on. So before I turn them over, put a little bit of salt, a little bit of fresh ground pepper. Then you want to turn them over and do the same thing on the other side. Then you want to take it and put it in the oven. While the bread baguette is toasting, we're going to prepare the cream cheese mixture that's going to go on that. You want to use 1 8-ounce block of Philadelphia cream cheese. And it's best if it's at room temperature. It does help a lot when you're blending the product, especially if you don't have a food processor. You definitely want to have it at room temperature. Otherwise, you just place the cream cheese right in the processor. And we have already pre-measured 3 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And we're going to measure out some salt, pepper, and some crushed red pepper. You want to take a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Kosher salt is what I like to use. And 1 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. And you can just use a little bit of fresh ground pepper right in there. Probably about a 1/4 teaspoon would probably be fine if you want to measure it. And then we're going to use some fresh chopped garlic. I have 1 chopped. You're going to want to use 2 cloves. And I'm going to go ahead and prepare. You want to smash that down and take your skin off of there. Maybe you can get the skin off. Doesn't want to come off for some reason right now. Maybe I need to smash it in. And you don't have to really chop it real fine because it is going in the processor. So you just want to give it a light, quick chop and then throw it in the food processor. Go ahead and throw the rest of that in there. And we're just going to give this a quick puree in the food processor. Next, you're going to want to have 12 medium shrimp, all cleaned and deveined. And in this particular recipe, you want to take the tail off. I know a lot of times we leave it on, it looks prettier, but the way we're going to be presenting this, it'll be much better if the tail's over. Lightly season the shrimp with a little bit of salt and pepper. That's all we're going to do. And then we're just going to saute it lightly. And it only takes maybe just a couple minutes to saute the shrimp. You don't want to overdo them at all. You just want to do just till they're pink. So you just pour them in there, spread them out. I'm going to give them a minute. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wipe this bowl off because I'm going to reuse the same bowl when the shrimp are done. Take that juice of that half lemon and pour it over the cooked shrimp. To prepare the creamy mushroom sauce, you need about 8 button mushrooms pre-sliced. You need 1 shallot chopped and 1 garlic clove chopped. And you need 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. You also need a half a red pepper chopped and 3 green onions. I have some of it prepped. I'm going to go ahead and finish up here. We're going to And add the shallot. Let that saute for just a couple minutes. And add in your mushrooms. I want this to cook up so they're nice and lightly browned, but not crispy or burnt. I'm going to wait a few minutes here till I add the garlic because I don't want it to burn. It smells wonderful. The smell of the garlic and the onions is awesome. Now that the vegetables have sauteed a little bit, we're going to add the garlic. You want to wait to add it because you just don't want it to burn, and it just needs to cook just for a few minutes. Just give this another minute and then be ready to go on to the next step. 2/3 of a cup of some white wine. And you want to use the white wine to deglaze the pan. You want to turn your heat back a little bit then, to about medium. Add 4 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese that's been softened at room temperature. And just keep mixing this in and stirring it until the cream cheese completely melts and you have a nice creamy mushroom sauce. I'm going to pull the bread out and we're going to assemble the crostini. I'm going to take a slice of your bread. We're going to prepare 2 of them. And you take some of the cream cheese mixture that has the crushed red pepper. You can use a pretty liberal amount of that, and you want to place it on top. You want to do both of these. This recipe actually makes 12 appetizers. Depending on if you have big eaters, it could be for 6 people, or if a small appetite, it could be for 12. Next, you want to place a shrimp on top, each one. Then we want to spoon over the mushroom sauce over top. A nice heaping tablespoon for each one. Then I had chopped up some fresh parsley. Just want to put a little bit of parsley over each one. And then we're also going to grate some fresh Parmesan grated cheese over top. Just go ahead and do that right over top of there. It looks outstanding. I'm going to go over here. I don't know, maybe I should just dig in with my fingers. I think I should. Let's go. It's wonderful.
Oh, such a lovely presentation. Who's going to eat all that? Ah!